This is 3 News Daily.
Hello everyone, welcome back to 3 News Daily on this Tuesday, April 18th. I'm Stephanie Haney here with what matters most in our area around Northeast Ohio. And we start off in Akron this afternoon, where the 8 police officers involved in the June shooting death of Jayland Walker will not face charges. This decision came down yesterday afternoon, 1 week after the grand jury convened to review evidence in the deadly shooting case. Attorney General Dave Yost said that the jury decided the officers were legally justified in their use of force, firing over 90 rounds at Jayland and hitting him 46 times in less than 7 seconds. Protesters gathered downtown last night as the decision was announced. Jayland Walker's family and attorneys were shocked and disappointed over the decision not to charge the officers. Lydia Esparra reports with more on what they're calling a complete heartbreak.
We are fans.
Inside the church, Ashwood Temple on Odom Avenue, Jayland Walker's family, surrounded by friends and their attorneys. Attorney Bobby Tuccello not expecting the grand jury's decision not to indict the officers who shot and killed the 25-year-old.
I had a conversation with the 2 prosecutors from the Attorney General's office. I was told that in their estimation, they had a 51% to 50-some percent, greater than 50% chance that someone was going to get indicted. I was told that.
As protesters yelled out justice for Jayland, Walker's family, who has been gracious throughout the entire proceedings, have been asking for peaceful protest. Will they be a part of the protests expanded all around the city?
We're letting them go through this in the way they want to, and we'll cross each of those bridges as they come.
Congresswoman Amelia Sykes will be asking the Department of Justice to investigate the Akron Police Department.
But I do hope that they are listening to the voices of Ms. Walker, to the voices of this community, and take it upon themselves to find the will to investigate what happened, not only with Mr. Walker, with Jayland, but the patterns and the practices of the Akron police that would allow for officers to feel like they could shoot 90 rounds, hitting a young man 46 times.
The 8 police officers who shot Walker, 7 whites and 1 black, were cleared of all wrongdoing.
And the murderer is free!
This is not a decision the family nor these protesters accept.
Thank you for that, Lydia. And now, this afternoon, we take a closer look at the timeline of this case, what all sides said yesterday as the grand jury decision came down. Lena Lai tells us now about the evidence investigators showed the public for the very first time yesterday.
I would ask that during these times of tension and trauma, that you turn towards one another and not on each other.
Calls for peace and calm from Akron Mayor Dan Horrigan following the news that 8 Akron police officers will not face charges for the shooting death of Jayland Walker.
The grand jury concluded that the officers were legally justified in their use of force.
Attorney General Dave Yost laying out the evidence presented to the grand jury. Last June, a car and foot chase that ended with the death of Walker in a hail of police gunfire. In 6.7 seconds, 94 shots fired, 46 shots hit Walker.
The law allows officers to use deadly force to defend themselves or others against a deadly threat.
Prosecutors pointed to ODOT cameras that captured Walker's car being chased by police, calling the bright light coming from the driver's side the flash of gunfire, which Yost says was aimed at police. So when officers chased Walker on foot and when he made a turning motion and reached toward his waistband, officers unloaded their guns.
It is critical to remember that Mr. Walker had fired on the police and that he shot first.
Turns out Walker had no gun in his hand, having left it behind in his car.
A comprehensive examination of the entire incident.
Akron police will now use the evidence presented to the grand jury to begin its own internal investigation and review of the shooting.
I will use the findings to determine if any policies or procedures were violated by any officer, or if any policy, procedure, or tactic should be modified.
But still not clear, a motive. Walker had no criminal history, no alcohol or drugs in his system. But we do know that Walker had recently lost his fiancée in a car crash. And next to the gun that he left behind, a wedding band.
Thank you, Lena. Now we're continuing to learn the details in this case. You can read more of what we know on WKYC.com. We're turning now to downtown Akron, where the Freedom Bloc, the Walker family, and other members of the Akron community have gathered at the First Congressional Church in the aftermath of the grand jury's decision. Let's listen in to what they said this afternoon.
I go to rooms all over the country and I tell people, just like you, it's more of us. It's more of us, and they're active, and they want to be in organization. They want to build organization. We want the future that we deserve, but I promise you it ain't gonna happen if we don't fight for it. We gotta take it. Frederick Douglass said power concedes nothing without a demand. Nothing. Not even your humanity can be had without a demand. We gotta make demands today. I'm here with y'all. I love my city. I love my community. I can't tell you why those officers didn't get charged. Maybe it's the same reason why none of them ever get charged. None of them. Same reason why the white legislature got to stay in the Tennessee legislature. Why? Color of skin. Color of skin. If that had been a white boy, they would have been in jail. What I'm asking from y'all and what we got to do together, we got to stand together. Them things inside of you that got you aligned with evil, you need to break those things and come to the community. I'm not one to judge either, because I don't like church people who judge. I don't like religious people at all, as a matter of fact. To be real, just to be real, I love some spiritual people. But spiritual people mean they understand that I'm a human. And it don't matter what you do, you a human. You a human being first. And what we got to do is stand up for humanity. We need to save ourselves and we need to save this planet. That's what we need to do right now. I look forward to being on the front line with y'all. I will be here. I've been here, and y'all who know me know I've been here. I'm always going to be here. Let's win this thing. It's going to take time, but let's win this thing. Let's go.
Again, that was earlier this afternoon. We'll continue to update you as things develop in Akron today. And in other news, today, newly released video shows the aftermath of actor Jeremy Renner's accident when he was seriously injured by a snowplow. This Washoe County Sheriff Deputy's body camera video shows emergency crews working to save Renner's life back on January 1st in Reno, Nevada. Renner broke multiple bones when his snowplow ran over him outside of his home off of Mount Rose Highway. The accident happened when he was helping get his nephew's vehicle unstuck in the snow. Renner spent weeks in intensive care at a hospital in Reno, and he underwent multiple surgeries for his injuries. Today, he's still recovering from the near-fatal accident, but things are looking up for him. He was able to make it to his first public appearance in Los Angeles last week. We're happy to say that. All right, thanks for being us for today's edition of 3 News Daily. We appreciate you watching, whether that's on WKYC+, YouTube, Instagram, or you're listening on your favorite podcast platform. We appreciate you, and we'll see you back tomorrow with more of our top stories from around Northeast Ohio.